climate change and political chaos and all of these different challenges that we're facing, we still need to somehow instill optimism and hope that things can get better. And to one of my favorite authors, Vlad Blavino, what is possible, and not to forget how important and critical that is.
Yeah. Yeah. And I just want to kind of draw attention back to something you mentioned, that sort of notion of everyday creativity, which one of our esteemed faculty who was on my committee, Dr. Ruth Richards, has written extensively about, creativity in these everyday contexts and how we're constantly exercising it just as we go about our daily lives.
Yeah, our professor emerita, Ruth Richards, has really done a deeper dive into the little c and the mini c aspects of the 4 C's of creativity, which are eminent, pro, mini, and little. But again, we have to give credit for the everyday components that we all use to survive. And I think if we all think back on different challenges and different phases of our lives, we become aware of not only our creative aspect with art and with being able to imagine something through play, through sculpture, through writing, through poetry, all of the different ways that we express creativity in our medium of choice. It also is critical that we look at how we use creativity and innovation to survive and to get from day to day to day, and still maintain our sanity, right?
Right. So there's this whole element of creativity and healing, which we talked about in a previous episode. And, that's something that I think we've been exploring here in this retreat. So many of us here, our creative work is intimately intertwined with our life circumstances. And we're using our creativity to kind of make meaning of our experiences, of the challenges that we encounter in life, and kind of sometimes in playful ways, sometimes in very serious ways, just sort of channeling our creativity to heal ourselves and to save ourselves in some way.
And then to even move it further along the spectrum, that we're aware how creativity and innovation impacts the healing of trauma or even maybe lesser mental health challenges with anxiety, stress, depression. But also how, in my own research, I was exploring the phenomena of how gay youth decide to disclose their identities, and through a lens of how we have the option of concealable, stigmatized identities. And these youth are probably some of the most creative people,
right? Not
because they're artistic, but that they survive from the one day to the next, and they can develop this narrative that allows them to survive without disclosing, their identity. And, when we then traverse back and we allow those narratives to come forward in the form of stories or poetry or art and different ways, it's pretty powerful stuff that we're able to embrace in a way that makes us feel really good as human beings.
Yeah.
Yeah.